I don't know, starting sometime very soon, we're going to be releasing the guests portion of it. So um, that's all to be said about that. But yeah, so you're talking about Biffnet on 2 inches of ice. If you ask me, dude, that's quite a bit of ice. So
Oh, it was ridiculous, dude. The ice was bad. The snow was awesome, but we didn't really get any snow. I think you guys got all the snow. We just got the ice.
yeah,
Did you get the
anywhere
12
from
inch
like
forecasted?
I think some areas, like maybe a little bit south of us, got 12 inches, but I think we're like that 6 to 8 range. It's enough. It's enough snow, but I don't know. It's fun to see. I don't really like the temperatures now, just because I can't leave my dogs outside for more than 5, 8 minutes at a time, and so that also makes the house a mess whenever they come in. So just fun stuff. But
Is it sticking though?
man,
Like, or is it starting to melt? Because today ours was kind of leaving us.
well, our highs was like 18 today, so no.
I think our high was like 38. Looks like low overnight's going to be like 19. So
Yeah.
it should freeze again. Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to go into an office, so I'm good. I did go to Home Depot today to return a fan that we had like a leak on some of our drywall because we have some shingle damage, but roads were So anywho, we've already got
You
some
been
people
shed
talking.
hunting at all? They can wait.
No,
I want to hear about your shed hunting.
This one's so funny. This one's so funny. Lateral Letter said, "What's up, guys? Hello. Look at the chat, please."
Who is this fella? Rook.
I don't know. I don't know. He's dropping some racial slurs in here. It seems like I got you, Lateral Legend. No, the shed hunting. I found 4 the other day, so I'm up to 7 now. I've been kind of monitoring. I got one trail camera over on the public still, and I got a good picture of a pretty nice buck the other day that I requested in HD. And I thought like, oh, it's going to be a buck with one side or something. He still had both sides even in the snow. So I'm assuming we're going to get some drop in here, but I haven't seen a single buck yet with missing a side. But this was the buck that I had the other day on public.
You got to hold it there for a second. It's now frozen. Oh, yeah. That's a good buck.
Yeah. I was hoping he'd have like one side missing or something.
Mm-hmm.
But he did not. He did not. So I've been shed hunting. I found 4, one pretty good one. One actually was like a 6-point side, but he looked like a 3-year-old. So I'm hoping one about gave me a heart attack. It was an 8-point. I guess a 4-point side, and it had probably a 10-inch G2 and an 8-inch 3, and all I saw was those 2 tines up. I'm like, I just found a giant. That's what I was thinking immediately. But anywho, the chase continues for the sheds. I mean, it's January 26th. I got 7 out of 40 already, so I think that's pretty good. All oldies,
not bad.
No freshies.
What's your biggest?
I bet that buck that I found the other day was like 120s. So he had been what, 50 inch shed probably so far. It's good stuff. You gotta get out there.
I plan on it. I mean, it'd be hard to see anything when 8 inches of snow. So
drop a corn pile.
Yeah. Well, if I drop a corn pile, it's gonna be for the dang hogs. But yeah, I don't know. It's kind of like a wait and see game because up around the lake and stuff, there's a few still holding. So it's like not any.
Are they starting to fall though? Some of them have one side.
I've never seen like they have both sides, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Really? Yeah. That's kind of been my experience too. I went out here in Central Texas before, like mid-March, ran into a bachelor group of like 10 bucks, both of them or all of them, both sides. I'm like, no. So it's tough to find freshies down here. It seems like all you find is the oldies.
Yeah, but other than that, it's just kind of dead of season right now. Oh, what'd you
have? Samuel Crabtree said, "How y'all like the snow so far?" I fell on the ice. Jake hasn't told any of his mishap stories. I guess he hasn't fell on the ice yet or the snow.
And I don't put myself in those positions, brother. I try to go outside as least as possible whenever it's like this. I did have a client call today and was like, "Hey, do you think you can help me get out?" And she had like 6 inches of snow along her driveway and stuff. So I went over there, and luckily it isn't like sticking here. It's just powder, so you can just take a backpack blower and just blow it off in about 15 minutes. So
Get it
it's not
going.
too. But other than that, like something that snow always makes me want to do is rabbit hunt. But
For
last
sure.
time it snowed last year, I went and tried a rabbit hunt with granted the dog ain't really going to flush him out, but I just mainly took him out to burn energy last year. But I walked probably 3 or 4 miles on, or probably about 2 hours total, 3 hours on 160-acre piece, just trying to pop out a rabbit, and I didn't pop out one. So after
Were you
that,
walking through briars?
yeah, now I was trying to walk through everything.
Yeah. Rabbit.
I
That's
would
the
like to
first
get
thing.
those.
No, go ahead.
Oh, it cut up. What'd you say?
You said you would like to get what?
Oh, I was just going to talk about those Numa brush guard pants. Try those things out through the briars. Just see how they would work. I don't know if it's like just double layered or whether it actually has some durability to them, like some sort of matting on it. But that is something. When I seen those, I was like, I want to grab those just to test out through those briars, just for like rabbit hunting, or if you go to do some land management clearing or something like that. I feel like they'd be pretty good.
I got to see those. Aaron had those when we went to Tennessee to do some work on that lease. So, and they look pretty sweet. So that'd be like the perfect rabbit hunting pant for sure.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first thing that my mind goes to with the snowman is just rabbit hunting. Like as a kid, I remember when it snowed, it's like, oh yeah, we're going rabbit hunting every time.
I don't know if just coyotes have a dent on them, or maybe we just shot them all out as a kid. But like I remember we'd have snow days in high school and we'd go out and it was no problem killing like 16 to 22 of them and having just the whole tailgate full just stacked on there with 4 or 5 of us. And then now it's like you go out there and you can't even bust one up. So I don't know, maybe it's just old age where you can't find sheds, you can't kill rabbits, you can't kill deer in general. So it's just like, well, try again.
Maybe they're all there. We just don't see them. Just can't see where they're at.
I got
one
now, so
I got one on Instagram. Greg said the ice sucks. I had to drive back in it heading back from hunting Old Mexico. Yeah, I bet that was fun. I'm cool with the snow. It's just the ice. I can't do the ice because my truck just like I did take the side by side down in the cul-de-sac. We have a roundabout and I took it. Clayton got on it and he has like I think she's 3 and she got in there. I was like, you guys want to do some burnouts? And we went on the ice and just did some sweet burnouts. So it was.
You have a lot of Karens over there calling the HOA, being like,
he was saying, he's like, dude, someone's filming you through their window. I'm like, I'm sure I'll see that on Facebook here soon. Probably get a fine for it. It's kind of how it goes.
That's ridiculous.
Let's field some of these. Lateral Legends at 125-inch 8-point. By the looks of it, Carter Richardson said, "Hey, bro, what's up, Carter?" 130-inch 8-point is no joke. I have a matching set of Axis sheds. 30 times 31 with loads of mass and 10-inch caudal. See, I don't know what a caudal is. Are those the front tines? Like the brow tines? I do not know.
Are you okay?
Huh?
It sounds like you're either sick or someone ran over your dog.
No, I'm reading all these in a row. Lateral Legend said, "What is your favorite game meat?" Here's one for you.
Hold on. Caudals refers to the second point or tine on a deer's antler. So I assume it's
brow
the
tine.
G2.
So a brow tine or a G2.
Okay.
First or second point? Because on the Axis they look like, I think they look like an elk where don't they have like
they
two
got like fronts?
Yeah, like 2 fronts, I think.
Shoot, I don't know. I've never shot one. How about let's go shoot one and then I'll learn.
Yeah, no, exactly. What's your favorite game meat?
Lateral Legend said, "What is your favorite game meat?" I would say elk meat. And I feel like that's a cop out answer, but I had deer or just regular, whitetail venison like 2 nights ago, and then I had like elk tacos last night, and I just don't think it compares. Other than that, like I've heard Axis is really good. I'd like to shoot one of those and try it. I was actually watching a Meat Eater episode from like 5 years ago earlier today, and it was Steve Ranella hunting like Southeast Alaska for Sitka blacktail, and he was like, "This is one of the best game meats on the planet," and it was whenever you had nothing else to eat, like no seasoning to put on it, and you're just mixing it with some like peanut butter and oatmeal and stuff like that. It's like, all right, at the time that's a great game meat, but I feel like we haven't got to try it like in its full potential yet. We just got it, and it's bare minimum, which it was good and it sustained. So I guess I can't be talking too much mess on it. What do you think?
I don't know. When we had it that first day with the syrup, and what else did Landon make? It was like fried backstrap or just seared backstrap, and he made something else. I think it was pancake. Yeah, it was pancakes because he did that like pancake mix, that instant one. I thought it was pretty good. I thought Sitka blacktail was good, but there was also something really satisfying about just dragging one out of the brush. So it maybe tasted better than it would have at home.
The whole experience. Yeah,
yeah, it was the whole experience. Yeah. But the best game meat I've had, it's probably elk, but I haven't had a whole lot. I've had black bear, wasn't a fan of that. I just don't really like bear meat. I don't like the idea of it.
Why? Just because of the trichinosis?
It looks like a really bad pork, in my opinion. And someone from Canada is gonna be upset with that, but that's just how I feel about it. I didn't really like it. And also, I got a bunch of it in ground meat, the bear, and I would always offer to cook it for people at like parties and stuff. And people were like, "I'm good. Don't bring that. Leave the bear at home." So I didn't really like the bear meat. And deer's obviously good, but I think deer, the only issue with like ground deer and stuff, it's like a super dry meat. I think if you don't add beef fat to it, yeah, it dries out really fast. So I'd probably go with elk, but deer would be a close second.
It's just easiest to cook.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what else there would be that wild game meat that I don't even remember what antelope tastes like. Jake Ayre says that antelope's his favorite meat. Apparently, someone gave him some from like a Montana.
I think he just has a bug though. Like he just like wants to kill one so bad. He's like, "This is the best thing ever." I think he's just obsessing.
It's the best meat. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. Yeah. I would say elk for sure. It's delicious. And when I killed one and had it processed, Lauren was like, "You need to kill another one. Like this was delicious." So
okay, I guess I'll
going back to the woods.
Guess I'll put it on the schedule.
Yep.
Woo. Double clicky. Dadgummit. Booten for live. Axis is the best. I would like to find out.
Heard that. Haven't tried it myself. I've had Nilgai. Nilgai was pretty good.
I feel like that'd be pretty tough.
I mean, it's like a giant cow. They're huge.
Yeah,
I mean, they're freaking huge.
Jadowski, slider or fixed pins, in your opinion? What do you got?
Slider or fixed pin? Definitely slider. What about both? You can do both. I do a 3-pin fixed, so 20, 30, 40, and then slider for anything past that. I think that's the perfect hybrid site because you're like 20, 30, 40 for whitetail, and then if you need to scroll deeper on a maybe public land shot on a whitetail that's at 50, or you're shooting an antelope or an elk, I think that's the perfect combination, is that 3-pin slider. I like the idea of the single pin, and I shot an HHA, I think Optimizer Tetra, which is like the single 1-pin post up. And I liked it, but it always gave me anxiety when they weren't at 20 yards exactly. When they're like 26 and I don't have time to dial, I'm like, well, is it an inch? Is it 3 inches? So I just like the idea of having 3 pins. What do you think?
Now, if you're just shooting at foam constantly, like Shot 3D or TAC or something like that, I think a 1-pin would be your best case. Just that way your sight picture isn't all clustered and like you don't get confused on which pin's which for some reason, because it does happen, believe it or not. Know that from experience. But I think a 3-pin slider, just like you said, because that's what I run, as a Spot Hog Fast Eddie XL, and it's 3 pins, 0.10 pin size or whatever. and it's 20, 30, 40. And then my 40 is my floater pin, but the whole housing moves, right? And so I think kind of like what you said, just echoing that, it's like anything 20, 30, 40, if it's not right there, then those are probably going to be like your quick, reaction shots where it's like you don't really have time to adjust, which the one pin would be a big disadvantage. But anything past 40, more times than not, you're going to see it before it sees you, and then you will have time to adjust if you need to shoot that far or something like that. So I just think that would be, I don't know, that's my justification for at least a 3-pin fix. But
and if you go like
That's
5-pin fixed, it's too many. 5's too many. 7. I've done 4 before, 4-pin fixed and then slide. Even that, I mean, the housing starts to get pretty cluttered.
mhm.
I don't know.
It also gives you some wiggle room too to like get the most out of that site, because I feel like the more pins you have, obviously, because like you can move your pins down and adjust like I don't want to say your peep, but like adjust your whole housing up and then move your pins down where you have more range out of your sight housing and stuff, so you have that, get better arrow clearance so you can shoot further. So I don't know, you could probably get even more out of that spot hog as well. But for me, like the bottom pin, I don't like the bottom pin like a millimeter away from the bottom of the sight housing, just because it's
No.
like whenever you go
I
to
like them in the middle.
line it up.
or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I shoot a bow hard enough now, or a bow that shoots hard enough, like a newer one, that I can get 115 out of it with like a
Did you finally
40.
move up to 60 pounds?
I think I'm 58. This next year I might try 60.
What's sad is I realistically probably am 58 pounds right
Yeah,
now.
you're one to talk. You're one to be making fun of me
It's
about
just
bow.
a shoulder, dude. It's this bum shoulder. Like if I wouldn't have hurt it, I probably would have,
We would have won
went
state.
pro.
Yeah. I got a few over here on Instagram. Cover 2 Outdoor said we've stayed in over here west waiting on this stew to finish up. Nice. And Chris Demaco 28 said it's wicked chatting with you guys. I need the snow to peel so I can start looking for deadheads. Mother Nature, head out, please. I agree. I am ready. I hope there's a little bit of slop so that I can see where the deer have been walking and maybe find some freshies. Cover 2 Outdoor said I'm doing elk stew tonight. That's awesome. Greg said elk and nilgai and sandbar or axis making elk chili right now. And then cover 2 said with what SAMBAR, what's that? How do you say that?
I have no clue. That's what I was asking.
Oh yeah, I've never seen that word before. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's an Asian animal. Did you find out what it was? Jamie, look that up.
Yeah, I'll take compared to prime. I don't know what it is.
It sounds exotic.
Hershey
Not a North American
sandbar.
animal.
It sounds like a Texas thing, dude.
I bet it's an exotic.
Okay, so it looks like a little miniature stag.
Oh, okay, cool.
I think, if this is the right thing I'm looking at.
Do
Looks
you
cool.
eat beans, or do you eat chili with or without beans?
I can do it either way.
Which one would you
I don't
prefer?
really have a preference.
You have to prefer one or the other.
Probably without beans, but like if it has beans in it, like it ain't the end of the world. I'll still
You
gobble
prefer
it
it
up.
without?
Without beans,
Yeah.
if I had to choose, because like if I think about the bowl, right, a perfect chili is probably about half a bowl of chili, and then the other half is topped with about that much thick of Fritos,
Yeah.
and then on top of that, just a mound of cheese, right?
Okay.
And by the end of it, I don't know if it's subconsciously or what, I always have just a few loose beans at the end of it. So if I were to probably go without beans, that would make me happy too.
So your answer is no beans, so I can add more Fritos and cheese.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
That's fair.
All the stuff that makes it not healthy.
That's fair. I prefer it with beans. I think red like kidney beans make chili awesome, but I also hate onions and a lot of other things, so I don't speak for the masses. Here's one for you. Josie91 said, "Awesome mounts."
Thanks.
It's got to be you.
Oh, you want to see him? I'll let you see him.
There's one.
And then Dose. Dude, that one, I really like that one. He's just very unique.
Very
Has
unique.
a whole bunch of this
But
A lot of
bumper
character
cam,
arcs.
now you're all catty. Now you're all on one side.
I kicked it.
Ben Scholler said goats. He said it's meat soup without beans. I agree.
You like
Ben,
your soup spicy?
yes, I would say so. Yeah, I've been watching y'all's sports show. I enjoy the hot takes. They have like a sports podcast that they do, and I watch the
Oh, really?
clips on Facebook all the time. Yeah, it's
I
cool.
wonder how you feel about the Patriots and Seahawks going in.
What a disappointing Super Bowl. Ew. Just do you do live hunting? Jake does. I can't get Jake off TikTok. He literally is always live while he's hunting, and I don't think that's why he didn't see anything. He puts his mic on and just commentates.
And then as soon as one comes in, it's just like, what do they call it? They flag it. They flag it. And they're like, this isn't right.
Have you seen those?
This is animal.
Well, Blake Garrett was talking about that one time where he said that they were trying to do a live version of hunts where like they were filming it and like live broadcasting it. I think that's crazy to try to pull off.
Yeah.
I've seen people live. Have you ever been scrolling through TikTok and seen a guy be like, "What's up? Thanks for the donation." You have?
Yeah, and it's just pointed like at a feeder in the middle of a field, and it's just like, all right, there's nothing here, but guys, I appreciate it. Just stick in a little bit longer, and sooner or later they'll come out. It ain't prime time yet.
Just go live 5 minutes before dark. That's all you gotta
I can
do.
do it. I can do it. Ben said Seahawks by 28. That's bold. I'd put money on it against you. Maybe I won't.
You think it's the
He knows
Patriots?
sports. I don't. The way the Seahawks play now, granted, I don't watch anything until the playoffs, but the way the Seahawks played last game, I think they want to win it. Like they're playing to win. I think the Patriots kind of just were like playing to be there, if that makes sense.
I didn't watch it, but I'll take your word for it.
I don't know. Plus the Seahawks running back, I don't know his name. It's like Walker the second or something. He's a stud.
Sarcasm, but yes, Seahawks are the best team in the NFL. There we go. You learn something new every day. I know that the Thunder are pissing me off.
Allegedly. Yeah, I was about to say. I thought you were going to say the best team in the league, and I was like, allegedly. I hope they're just kind of coasting until the playoffs, and then like their playoff mentality is going to switch.
We're barely halfway through the season. There is no coasting. There's like you have 35 more games or something like that. So they start off like 25-1, right? And then they're like 12-10 in the last 22. It's so, or 12-9, whatever it is. It makes me so upset. It's because they play like every other day. And I've been staying up and watching it. I'm like, cool, we're up by 5. And in the last 3 minutes, I'm like, we're down. Okay, cool. Now we're fouling. Okay, now we're losing. I hate this. We keep losing at the very end. But their depth chart and their injury list is like that long. It's like it's legitimately half the team is out on IR, but it's still sad. Okay, Greg on Instagram said, I agree on the site. I added a 4th to my slider, 20 through 50, ready to go for elk and nilgai, not deer. Yeah, I like that. That's what I did last year, was added a 4th pin to get that 50, and then you get you more range. One thing I did see, when Clay Morris came down to visit, he had he did his pins 20, 35, and 50. So they were like 3 like gapped, like this one was almost gapped a little more. He got a lot more range out of his sight because that bottom one was at 50. But I don't know. I think Cam Haynes does that too, where he's like got a 20 and maybe like a 35 or something. I don't like that. No, that would like really, I think that would mess me up. So I couldn't do it like that. But I think he did it for his Clay did it for his Western setup so he could get more clearance, but it's not my thing. I like the even 20, 30, 40. And I prefer them to be at 10 yards when all my pins are on them. That's the best.
That would be ideal. I don't know. I'm ready. I know I've been blowing up your phone about it, but like the whole pronghorn, like I'm ready to get that trip planned and on the books because I was going back through all the pictures and stuff of just like the layout and like the camping setup, and just you're in the middle of this pasture and it's just nothing but flat yellowness all around you, and you're just like, yeah, all you got to do is hop in your truck, crack a freaking sparkling water, and you're just chilling, and you're just coasting until you see something. You're like, all right, let's drive by and let's make a move, and then it's game on. That's fun.
I love the goat hunting myself. The deadline for the goats is April 7th. So we got a little bit of time, but I don't know what the cutoff for Wyoming is. I don't think I have enough points for Wyoming, but keep building them. Keep building them and hunt the goats. I really want it. Well, just like I told you, dude, I'm doing 24 arrows if we go goat hunting. I think that's what it might take. It might take missing 10 times to kill one. It really might. I don't know that, but that's what I feel in my bones.
Yeah. I mean, I just need a further shot distance. I feel like at least 120 yards, because that's what I got to last time. And that's
felt like you were right on top of them.
I felt like I was right on top of them. I don't know how I could have got any closer. And I was at 120 yards.
So when you like pulled up to set up to range and shoot at 120,
83 yards. I already know what you're going to ask me.
You think you were
83 yards.
That's how far you thought?
I thought I was 83 yards away. And I pulled up expecting to see like 70 to 90. And I was like, but I'm pretty confident I'm 83. Pulled up and it was like 121. And I was like, well, this kind of sucks. Like, game over. Like, I ain't no gopher. Yeah. No, it's bad.
That's so sad.
Because like the sad thing is like now I'm like, okay, if I would have laid back down, what would have happened? Obviously, they would have pegged me for about 15 minutes. But if they would have stayed in that general area, it's like I feel like I could have got closer. And so that keeps eating at me. But that is something just keep in the bag of tricks. Like if we're not decoying, if it's just a regular how we were spot and stalking this last year, then it's like if you get busted, play dead.
Yeah. Those were in a terrible spot though. Like out in the very middle of that gopher field, like it was, the grass was legit like that. It was drier than heck. That was tough. Ben said, good stuff, boys. Keep it up. I'm still mad we didn't pitch you at Oologah and districts, but what do I know? Yeah, 100%, Ben. If I wouldn't have tore my elbow, we would have run one state. Just kidding. Throw a football over the mountains. Uncle Rico style. Cover 2 said, just had a son named Drake. I got my money on the Patriots for my boy Drake May. There you go. Underdog story, bub.
Congratulations.
Here we go. Josh Fire said, what's next on the 29? Jake? What's next on your 29?
Hopefully pronghorn, and hopefully I can put another etch next to the whitetail next year too. That'd be pretty cool.
Well, now you've killed an elk, so you're officially on the chase for this lamb now. You're working on number 3.
An elk. I've killed an elk. No, I'm working on number 4. I've technically killed a pronghorn before. It was a doe with a rifle, but
should we count that?
I mean, I don't want to count it just because it's not a buck, but
I guess technically,
so, like if technically, I know you're different. You want to do it all archery. I don't really care as long as I get like a male of each species, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, if we're counting the pronghorn doe, then I'm working on number 6 of the slam. But I think I'm working on number 5 because I got black bear, Sitka blacktail, elk, or Rocky Mountain elk, and then whitetail. I need to start working on my deer slam. Need to kill a muley. But to answer your question, Josh, I think antelope probably. Really need to get them knocked off. They've taken the last like 3 years from me. It's bad. It's been taking up a lot of time. Very unfruitful.
He said, I'm just going to shoot for the 10 and not all archery. LOL. Real underachiever. That's not underachiever, but what is the 10?
I don't know. It's called the Super 10, I think is what that is. Let me look. So, big game, Super 10. Let's see what that is. Okay, Wild Sheep Foundation or Grand Slam has it. So you got it.
It just says categories are deer, elk, caribou, moose, bear, sheep, bison, muskox, and mountain goat, pronghorn, and mountain
Okay.
lion.
Okay, because there's 10 categories: bears, cats, deer, elk, caribou. Yeah, you're right. That's pretty cool. Honestly, that'd be a pretty achievable one. You got to kill one of the sheep, a goat.
You just got to
You can
kill one of each, correct?
Yeah, you can choose between a
Oh,
bison and a muskox. That's pretty neat.
I feel like a bison would be a lot cooler than a muskox. Because like I've seen those videos and they just literally walk up and shoot. Like the experience of killing a muskox, I feel like would just be the logistics there and back, obviously.
Where you are.
Mhm.
Yeah, moose. You got to kill a moose. One of the caribou. Dude, there are so many caribou. There's 5. There's 5 different caribou. There's just as many caribou as there are deer. One of the elk. You have to kill a cougar and then one of the bears. I can't believe there's that many different types of caribou. Which Josh has done I think he's done the whole road hunt for caribou, and him and his dad, I believe, I watched their videos. I think his page is called The Boundary Paradox on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they've killed some Alaskan stuff. So one of each species.
I'm going back. Now, again, I don't care if the next time I go back, if it's for like a different species, like a caribou or something like that, but like just knowing what we know about the Sitka blacktail and dude, especially if you take a rifle, like that would just be so fun. You don't have to stay a week if you take a rifle, at least for this species, but I feel like 4 people with a rifle could tag out, like groups of 2 people split off here, 2 people split off here. You could realistically be tagged out in 3 days. And I think that gives you a day cushion just in case you get rained out.
With a gun for sure. I think that's yeah. Kodiak's awesome too. I just want to the next time I do Kodiak, I want to do the mountain goat, like selfishly.
Well, you can be up on the mountain and I'll be tagged out at camp. How about that? With the 115-inch Sitka blacktail. But I don't know, because whenever I was watching that MeatEater episode about the Sitka blacktail, I was just thinking, man, that's what it's about. Like, granted, it's different for everybody. I understand that, but just being able to sit there and like take in the whole experience rather than just your key focus is just getting close enough to this animal. Now, again, if you seal the deal like like you did or Denton did in that way, I don't think there's any other high. But just as like a relaxing standpoint, it's like, okay, there's multiple times we got into rifle range on some really, really good animals. And if you can just do that and like kind of just enjoy the whole process like that, where it's like more than likely I'm going to come home with something. Not saying that's what it's about, but to me, that just gives you the whole experience where you're able to enjoy it while you're actually there, not 2 months after, if that makes sense.
Well, I think the reality of doing a lot of those hunts with the bow is like, you're pretty much accepting that everything's going to have to go right for you to come bring something home. Yeah.
Yes.
It is though. I mean, even elk hunting or anything, like everything has to go right.
Yeah. And you don't understand how hard it is for like everything to go right until it doesn't. And then you're just like, well, crap. Because again, this third time I referred to that episode tonight. He had a rifle and just trying to get within, a couple 100 yards of those things was like pulling teeth. Now, granted, he was only there for 2 days, or 3 days, but one of those days he got rained out. But I mean, dude, they're difficult. And here you are with a bow trying to get within 60, 50, and it's like, good luck.
Do you remember those ones when we were sitting on that face across from camp, and on the far face, that giant wall, that really steep wall, there were 2 big velvet ones just bedded over there. And we're like, if we have to go over there, it's going to be a 2-day hike. That would have been so, with a gun, that would have been so sick to like slide down the shale and be like, Adam, Kodiak was an adventure of a lifetime. It was awesome.
Well, that's the thing. 'Cause like that would have been an actual realistic play. on that shale where they were bedded, you don't get to them like without them seeing you in bow range.
For sure. Yeah. For sure. It makes it a lot harder with a bow. There's no doubt about it. I mean, look at Alberta with elk. 2 for 2 on shots, 1 for 2 bringing one home. Everything's got to go right. Taylor said, "Peace, my dudes. Hello.
What's
Hope
going on,
you,
man?
Mama and the baby's doing good." Hunting KC one said, "I just left Timcast to check in on you guys. Thank you, sir. I like your giant fish that you're holding there. Looks awesome."
Looks like a striper.
Josh said, "Only lion, moose, bison, goat, and sheep left. Couldn't kill a lion this month. Bison and moose will happen soon. Sheep and goat is going to be the hard part."
Where does someone go to shoot a bison?
Wyoming has like a free range tag that you can, I'm pretty sure it's a super hard draw. If you look on, I shop for like Western stuff and like exotic stuff on bookyourhunt.com. And there's some places that still have free range bison, but they're almost always out west. And there's like I think there's some in Mexico as well. But free range bison, I think, is pretty tough to come by, which is crazy because it used to be one of the most, prominent animals on the landscape in the plains. If you only have those
Alaska,
left,
Montana, etc.
yeah, if you only have those left, you've done some damage. You're doing good. Hunter Simmons on Instagram said, "Look who decided to start their live." Yeah, Hunter, dude, you're late, dude. We've been going 40 minutes, bub. Where you been?
10 minutes late. Back up. Hunting Casey said, "Now's the time to plan for next year. With the snowstorm, proper planning can have one hunting or changing diapers 9 months from now." That's a solid point, fella.
Or you can do both.
You can try to do both. Persimmons, I grow 30 plus varieties, different cultivar. Okay, drop in September. Why am I getting the phonics?
Jake's first language is not English.
Yeah, it's
Hebrew.
Yes, yes. A Ukrainian Asian American hybrid are still on my tree.
Sounds like he's a tree breeder or a plant breeder. That's cool. I'll take some persimmons, some pears, and some apple trees. Thank you.
They need to let us start shooting them off of Wichita Mountains loaded. Is he talking about bison?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Bison.
I feel like that'd be very hard to get them to put a tag out for that.
Do they struggle with breeding or something? Like, why couldn't we like mega breed them and put them back in the wild and then just try to like have limited entry permits for them? Maybe that's a super simplistic way of thinking, but I don't know. That would be awesome. What if every decade you could draw a bison tag? Or even every 20 years? That'd be sweet.
I wouldn't mind that.
I got a few on Instagram here. Hunter said, "I checked in at 8 and y'all weren't on, so I thought y'all were skipping this week." Yeah, I tried to skip. Jake on that.
He must have still been on like Eastern Standard Time. He should have switched over to Central, and then he would have been here on time. So
yeah. Brett Swafford said, "What's up, guys? Jake, what's up with the buck over your left shoulder? Listened for years and don't remember that one. Awesome buck over your left shoulder. That's the funky one."
Yeah, that's funky. I shot him in 2017 on some family land. Didn't have a picture of him until after I shot him. I pulled that camera like 4 days later, and then I guess he showed up on that property like 2 days prior to me shooting him. So didn't know all what he had when I pulled the trigger, but I think he has like 15 or 16 scoreable points, and like I don't know, he's crazy. If I were to get him down and like hold him like head down like that, he looks literally like he's throwing gang signs. So that's one of my favorite bucks. But yeah, that's the kind of, I guess, the short condensed story of that guy. But I liked him a lot. One of my prizes.
Hunter said, "Is Jake ever going to post his buck from this year or what?"
Buddy, I don't think you want to see 80 inches, but I'll show you.
Just for you, Hunter. Don't show nobody. I don't even have a picture of that thing on my phone. So Instagram doesn't get to eat yet.
You want the Chat GPT'd one or?
Oh, dude, I've got a 300 incher I shot on ChatGPT. Yeah, I got some pictures on there.
Oh, I forgot I had this picture. Check this out.
What you got?
Jordan. Oh, there we go.
Oh, is that his buck?
Yeah, that's Jordan's buck.
Oh, that's awesome.
Buck. Yeah.
Oh, you're holding the buck?
Yeah, I know you. Sorry.
Just kidding.
I'll do better, Mom.
That was like me and Denton with my spike, and Denton's got 110 inch Sika blacktail.
Yeah, that's true.
I was feeling great until that happened. Oh, okay. That was all you're going to show?
Oh, I didn't. I wasn't trying to stick around too long. I'll post.
I'm just going to get upset if you don't show them. That's a stud. If you ask me, the big ones are hard to drag out. 100%.
Exactly. Hey, listen. The story behind this one, it just kind of made me sick. That's the only reason. It was a decent shot. It's just the track job on it, dude. It was a nightmare. The literal. I mean, I get it. That hunting happens that way. Public land, they come in weird. Shots happen quickly, but dude, it'd make you have nightmares.
It happens to the best of us.
No, it happens to the worst of us.
That too. Taylor said, you guys thinking about coming back to Alberta in 27? Why not 26?
Sign me up.
Is that not an invite for 26? Maybe.
He knows the legend's about to be bored, so he just waiting.
Dude,
you remember this guy?
I do remember. Yeah, it's been a while. Yep.
2024.
It's been a minute. Yeah, dude, that Taylor at Red Willow, dude, they shot, I think it was like 195 inch whitetail this year. Yes. Oh, dude, it was insane.
Do you need we'll lease some ground from you.
No, I want a guide up there. Be awesome. I'll go sit with your clients. Hopefully they fall asleep. He said he's full for 26. That's a good problem to have, brother. Good problem to have. Brett Swafford said, I killed 138 inch this year with my bow. Mountains of East Tennessee are rough. He was a little over 200 pounds. Going to try to kill a skinny one next time. Yeah, it sounds like too much to drag out of the woods, Brett.
Dude,
if you're killing 130 inch plus deer on public land, or even not on public land, just in Tennessee with your bow, you're doing something, man. That's a heck of a deer.
So you remember this?
What do you got for me?
I'm just going through old pictures trying to find that deer again.
What is that?
Just wait.
The blood?
Yeah.
Oh, heck yeah, I remember that. That's me running with a broadhead.
I know, smart, huh?
Yeah, I would be Facebook would kill you back if you did that these days. But get banned, get demonetized for that. Josh said, where are y'all putting in for elk this fall? Where are you putting in?
Dude, Taylor, what do you mean? I'm going back up to Alberta, 2027.
Check this out.
Because by then, oh, go ahead.
This is the buck I'm talking about.
You're going to have to hold it. It's froze. Dude, that doesn't even look real.
It looks AI. Taylor, dude, your AI is crazy.
I believe it. I believe it because we drove around and we seen quite a few whitetail there, and he's like, "Oh, that's probably about 140 inch buck," and I was like, "That's one of the biggest bucks I've seen in like 3 years." But yeah,
so sad. We suck. Oh, we don't grow them like that down here. Okay. Where we're putting in for elk this fall, probably grab a point in Colorado, point in Wyoming, point in Montana. That's it for me. Probably not gonna Probably not going to be able to elk hunt this year. Probably not, sadly. Hunter Simmons said, I just tie him to my escape with a dog leash and drag him out. There you go. Okay, Brett said, thanks. 12 point was super excited. We have some big ones, but it's rough. I'll send you a pic of him in the DMs. Yes, please. Would love a picture of a big buck. Yeah, this Saskatchewan deer are just different.
They're built different.
It's just different. I do not understand.
Was that killed in Saskatchewan or Alberta?
Or sorry, Alberta deer. Yeah.
Okay, I was about
Saskatchewan too. Same crap. They're so big. The mass, man. The mass. It takes like the two best elements of deer hunting, which is like dark chocolate antlers and mass, and it puts them together. It's like, what about both? What if we had both?
Mm-hmm. I just can't get over the diversity that's there. I mean, we literally seen everything: moose, elk, bear,
Muley.
deer, muley. Dude, big muley.
So stupid.
Big muley. And they have all that all in one like little Providence. That's crazy.
I know. Oh yeah, well we have box turtles and sand bass. Come visit.
And crackheads.
Yeah.
And not free healthcare.
No, not that either. Vince LaForat 4645. What's the craziest thing that you wanted to do while hunting or you had the chance to do?
Craziest thing that you wanted to do while hunting. So a bucket list thing was to go to Kodiak and try to shoot something. We went to Kodiak. I didn't shoot anything, so I guess I don't know if I can scratch that off my bucket list. But just all in all, I think that was like one of the craziest experiences. Just the whole shebang. Like the remoteness. We've seen a lot of big brown bear there, and we kept our distance. But just the crap we were going through to get up past the alders, it's like you could have ran into one any second, because there was a lot of times where you're like, okay, bear have definitely came through here. This looks berry. It's freaking tore down. It's XYZ, and you're just walking up this like head high alders, and all of a sudden there's just one cleared path, and you're like, obviously one thing made this path, and it ain't cattle. Just that whole experience of just like the unknowingness and like the excitement, and you mix that with you trying to fling an arrow at something, I think that's like the pinnacle. I don't know. Do you think Alaska's the pinnacle, or do you think like it's still up in Canada when you think of just like hunting as a whole?
Like for quality or just for adventure or what?
Both as a whole. Like, so quality, adventure, just the whole shebang. Do you think that's, because I don't think it's in the lower 48. I think it's either Alaska or, from what I've seen, Canada.
Man, that's so hard. I'd probably say Alaska because USA, baby. But I don't know. You have Northwest Territories. You have none of it. You have Alberta, Saskatchewan.
Yeah, Columbia.
Yeah, BC. I mean, frick, man, that's tough to compare right there. But I'd probably say Canada. Just
to
how
be
many
fair, yeah, you are comparing a whole country to one state, though. So I guess you got to keep that in mind.
Huge though, too. You know, Alaska's huge, but I don't know. I think they're both awesome. I think that type of hunt. I was talking with Landon about it. That to most people who like whitetail hunt is most people will never go on one hunt like that in their lifetime. Like get to go to Kodiak or something like that. Like that would be a hunt of a lifetime. And we got to go to Kodiak and Alberta in 1 year. I mean, it was awesome. So
it was a lot.
It was a lot. It was awesome.
Dang, dude, it was worth it.
God, it was so cool. It was really cool. So I don't know. I love.
So what's your craziest thing that you wanted to do while hunting, or you had the chance to do?
I think the craziest thing I want to do is I'd like to kill a polar bear with a bow. So I think there's some pretty crazy stuff on the slam. I think brown bear with a bow is crazy. Grizzly with a bow, pretty crazy. So I think the bears on the slam are pretty crazy. Killing them with a bow. So I think the idea of hunting a polar bear is ridiculous because they can be like 12 feet tall. So that's something crazy. I haven't had the chance to do any of that yet. So craziest thing that's ever happened to me so far is probably a black bear trying to get in the tree with me.
Oh yeah, Canada. Have you ever been to the Wonders of Wildlife in St. Louis?
Yeah, we went there with. Oh, is that in St. Louis? Or is that in Springfield?
Oh, Springfield, I meant.
Yeah, we went together with Brandon Saunders.
No, we didn't go in the Wonders of Wildlife. We just walked around it. Like,
oh, okay.
All we did was go to Bass Pro. That wasn't the Wonders of Wildlife.
Oh, there's a separate thing.
Yeah, I mean it's in Bass Pro, but it's like a museum type, aquarium type thing.
Okay, probably not then. I don't think so.
Well, you would know because it has like the wonders of whitetail and like all the whitetail mounts, like all in one room, the biggest to ever exist. And then in a different room, it has like all these regions of the world and mounts, life size mounts and stuff. Dude, it's ridiculous. You need to go. But on one of them, oh shoot, what were we just talking? Oh, bear. They have a full size mount of. Have you ever heard Rogan talk about the short nosed bear or short faced bear, whatever it's called?
I've heard of it, yeah.
They have a life size mount of that thing, and you don't like. I'm 5'10", 5'11" on a good day, and I don't go up to that thing's knee.
Really?
Like they have a life size mount of this thing, and then they have like a little mannequin, like Eskimo trying to fight it with a spear, and I don't go up to that thing's knee, and just knowing that thing once existed, you're just like, I don't need to cross the Bering Strait whatsoever. Because that's only one of them. If you get like, dude, the cubs would be like probably a full size brown bear.
Thank God for gunpowder. I mean, we would be screwed.
Well, that Eskimo's trying to fight it with freaking a spear, so it's just like, wish you luck, brother.
Yeah, he's like, hook it with a fishing hook. Do something. Do something.
That'd be crazy though.
I would probably be one of the. I'd be weaving baskets, hiding in a cave back in the day.
Yeah, you know, I forget what it's called or whose podcast it was on, but there's a lab trying to clone, basically do Jurassic Park 2.0. They're cloning like the dire wolf and stuff like that, and they're saying within this decade we'll have a woolly mammoth. And I'm just like, how far will they go? Because if we have any DNA from like the short nosed bear, it's like that's, or short face, whatever it's called, that's what you need to leave extinct.
No, you need to create it.
Google
release it on our enemies.
Could do that.
Short face
short
bears.
nose or short face?
Short face bears. Yeah, dude. So the giant could reach up to 12 feet tall and 1,500 pounds. Let's see a picture of this bad boy. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think it's creepy looking. Sweet.
So that thing sits up at least. So it stands 14 foot. And it's like a good 2 foot higher than any polar bear.
Yeah, because polar bears, they get like 12. That's crazy. They should add that to the slam.
They need to. Prehistoric edition.
TJ said there was 50 inches of mass on that Alberta buck. That's so crazy. Hunter Simmons said I would do some things for some fake chocolate antlers. Yep, me too. Javier said hello from Houston, Texas. Hello, brother. Welcome. So out of the Super 10, which one? Which I know your goal is not to do the slam, but which one would you want to do? Like after antelope, what would be next for you?
Let me look at it. So we got deer, elk, bear, moose, caribou.
Caribou.
I just think they're I think they're the next coolest.
Caribou
and
are
probably next obtainable from a price point.
Yeah. You can do them DIY, which is, I don't know, man. The more we talk about like the possibility of owning a farm or a hunting property, the more I'm like wanting to do more DIY hunts or for like the more expensive species because I'm like, well, that's money you could spend on a farm,
Mm-hmm.
like several $1,000s at a time. And then I get
Oh,
into a mood where I'm like, let's put it all on black for a Yukon moose. You know, it just
yeah,
really just depends on the day.
I get that because I had that same thought process because it probably won't be tomorrow, by the way. So it'll probably just because the roads are still kind of very iffy. So it'll probably be Wednesday before I can get down there and look at that lease. But I was thinking about that and I was just like, man, pronghorn for sure. But here's the cool thing. If they're well planned and we might not be successful the very first go round, but I think you can do it fairly cheap by either A, building up preference points or just keep trying to grind it out in a unit that DIY year after year after year until you have what you want over here, which would be in the whitetail woods for us. And then after that, you can kind of like, while that's after you fix up your farm and you're kind of just playing the game, waiting it out, whether you want to harvest something, keep it and hunt it, or, go to sell it. It's like, that's when you can hopefully put chips over here in this basket. Sounds good in my head. I don't know if that's actually the way to do it, but I do before 2030. I want to go back to Kodiak with a rifle and get me a whatchamacallit. And that's easily a $4,500 trip per person.
Yeah, Garrett. I was talking to Garrett. He's been on the podcast before, and he went to Kodiak and shot one this year, and he was like, "You want to go back to Kodiak? I'm really interested in shooting these deer." And I'm like, "I do." Like, there, of course, if time and money were indispensable, I'd be like, "Absolutely, let's go back." But there's so many other things that. But if I hadn't got one, I'd be like, "Yeah, I'm going right back to Kodiak."
I know.
One of the
And
cool
that's
things would be Kodiak would be a cool trip, to bring a gun and try to upgrade, like shoot a bigger one.
Yeah, and that's all I would want to do. If I went to Kodiak specifically for blacktail, I'm not bringing my bow.
You just bring your gun.
I would only bring the gun because like I've did that. I've did that. I played that game and I lost. Not saying that, I lost forever because, maybe 15, 20 years down the line, if our kids want to go try to do it with the bow, like just go do it. It's like, yeah, if you want to go try to get one with the bow, gun, whatever, we'll get you first. And then after that, if we're able to fill one, it's like cool beans. I might try it with the bow if I'm being super picky, but like, dude, I don't have that desire. Like, I know you do, but like, I don't really have that desire and that like blood oath to my bow. If like I have that desire for like just a hunt in general. Like, I just want to be out there eating freaking like sitting all huddled up in a tent when it's freaking windy as crap. And the only time you can eat a hot meal is when you're in that little hot tent eating it to keep the wind off your oatmeal. Like, that's what I enjoy. And like everything else around that, like hunting is just a bonus. And so if I can kill one with a rifle, I'll kill one with a rifle. Now, granted, if we were to go back to Alberta or wherever for, let's say the only way we could shoot an elk is if we had a rifle tag, it's like, sign me up, like no worries. And honestly, like it's also just that initial one too. Like, now that I have one, granted I got it with an archery, it's like I want to shoot one with the archery. But if I went to Kodiak with the rifle the first time and shot one with the rifle, then I would want to go back if we went back with a bow, just try to upgrade from that perspective. So it's like, it's almost like you need to learn how to drive before you start doing, donuts and burnouts and stuff like that. And to me, that's just what makes sense to me. Like, I don't want to jump into like the most hardest, most challenging, most rewarding thing. But if I can enjoy it and get the whole experience, especially like you said, if it's a potential once in a lifetime hunt and like the hunt of a lifetime, then it's like, no, I'm going to go there and enjoy it and make the most out of it. And that's going to obviously be with the optimal weapon.
The auto, like I said, gunpowder is a hell of an invention. I'm not anti like gun in any way. I just do not enjoy shooting them. Like it really is that simple. I don't like guns. And it's been since
Mhm.
2017 when I got scope eyed like 2 or 3 times in a row. I just don't enjoy them. And it's not even like an elitist thing. When I get behind a rifle, I'm like, I just want to like look back farther away and be like, I don't like the explosion. I just
Yeah,
do not
see,
like it. I
me
can shoot
when I hold a rifle,
have a
it's
scope.
like the epitome of I'm killing something.
Yeah.
And maybe I
I
need
don't
to feel that way with the bow. I just don't.
But how much satisfaction did you have with a bow when you killed your elk in Alberta?
Well, that's the thing. There's nothing like it.
Nothing like
That's
when
that's
it
the
does
con.
work, you're like, "Mm."
But when it fails,
The first thought is,
that's
"Where
when
was
you're
my
just
gun?"
like,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. And you're holding this thing, and you're just like, why did I even think of bringing you?
Yeah, exactly. Denton said Kodiak Island or Kodiak Blacktail are the easiest game to harvest. Exactly. Show up, shoot a Boone and Crockett, go home. Any questions? That's what Denton does.
Yeah,
Hunter Simmons said, "Y'all heard it here first. Christian is hosting the next gun buyback." Exactly.
dude.
Yep. I give my guns to the government because no one needs an AR-15. No one
This one's for
needs.
you, Denton.
Oh wow,
Oh, go ahead.
he's built different. Uh, that was fun. What do you think about rapping?
Hour 5.
Keep it short, keep it sweet, keep it fun.
Great time.
See you back here next Monday. I promise the guests will come back to the show. It's just been nice to kind of jump on and just hang out and do the lives for a few weeks because we went pretty hard on the guests this last fall. So we got some cool stuff in the store for you guys. So stick with us through the lives and getting through the guest stuff coming back up, and shoot, we might even do some internals along the way. So, but we appreciate you guys hanging out. These are some of my favorite podcasts to do, just interacting with everybody. So, any other housekeeping items for them?
No, guys, go support the people who support us. VPA Archery, Numa Outdoors, Out on a Limb. Who am I missing?
Tacticam, working with Tacticam now.
But yeah, and also if you know, wait, what's up?
We're gonna have a code for everyone that's already using Reveal cell cameras. I'll have one of those soon.
Yeah. If you guys know of any good DIY hunts that won't break the bank, but will give you that experience, kind of like what we were talking about Kodiak, $4,500. You know, I guess Landon really set that up. That included like float plane, XYZ tags, getting to and from, like the whole 9 yards. If you know any like little nooks and crannies like that people can maybe, I guess people as in us can benefit from, shoot us a message, send it our way. You know, if we don't plan it the first couple years, hopefully we can plan it the next couple. So that's all I got. Just opportunity get based, I guess.
Yes, sir. Yeah, well, really appreciate you guys. We'll catch you guys here next Monday, actually at 7 p.m. this time. So love you guys. We'll see you guys next week.
Jesus loves you.
Bye.